On any me CCTV, they be an any woman so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Yeah, when you're media, on chonko na hondo. On any me CCTV, they be an any woman so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be your guide. Your guide.
Yes, everyday Jagaido. And yes, SHBM, we bring you the legal matters from the studios of Fire Life Radio. Last week program, everyone say it was fantastic. We will do the best that we can to top it even today. So if you've just tuned into Fire Life Radio, by all means, you can share the program of all your loved ones. We are a little bit late due to some emergency that just happened this morning in relation to a case. But like promised, we will always bring you the legal matters one way or the other. We thank you very much for tuning in, also for watching us on Facebook and also YouTube whilst we bring you the legal matters. I must say, today's program, or the topics that we are going to be discussing, and as you can see on your screen, is very, very interesting. A lot has happened in the UK this week in relation to the change of Prime Minister. This has given some people some hope, believing that Boris Johnson will come with a new policy that perhaps may be favorable to them. And because of that, a lot of people are very, very hopeful. I've had a lot of telephone calls. Some people are claiming that, they need to put in an application so that at least they will be known by the Home Office that they are in the country. And if the Home Office knows that they are in the country and there is an amnesty, then by all means they will benefit from that. This also raises questions as to whether it is wise to do an application knowing well that this application is likely to be refused. It's a big question because a lot of people are very, very wow. Okay, I hear you, Nyamene. I hear you. I hope all is good. Yeah. Okay, right. Okay. Okay. So we will look at that as well and see what the situation is. Number two, the question that I am asking: is there any point in submitting hopeless applications to the Home Office, knowing well that application is likely to be refused? Some people take the view that at least Home Office will get to know that you are in the country, and as a result, the Home Office will then be able to do what? Recognize you in an event that there is an amnesty. But I will take my time today and explain the consequences of submitting such applications. At the end of the day, different lawyers will give you different interpretation or different explanation. You are the client, you have to make a bold decision as to whether it is worth doing or not. Personally, I take the view that if you are submitting an application to the Home Office and the application, the chances of succeeding is nearly zero, I take the view that don't waste your time. That is my personal view. Different people will have different views, and I will take my time and explain why I shared that view. I'm not saying that I'm right, but maybe by listening to my explanation, it will help you to make an informed decision. So we will look at that as well. And then we will also look at employment law changes. Last week, we did talk about some areas of employment law, about holiday pay. And in fact, I have received a lot of telephone calls from people thanking me for bringing this to their attention. And people have actually started, making inquiries with their human resources managers. And so far, the vibes that they are getting is a good vibe. So it is a good news. We will also look at Section 75. Section 75 of the Consumer Regulation Act, which people deemed as the strongest weapon in consumer law in the UK. I will take my time and explain the benefit of Section 75 and also the benefit of having a good record. You see, some people may owe people money and they may decide that I'm not going to pay. They make conscious decision not to pay. Companies will take people to employment tribunals, or to take them to the county court and get a county court judgment against these people for non-payment of their debt. Due to that, these people find it very difficult to get good credit and therefore good credit record, and therefore they are unable to get a credit card because of one, making a conscious decision not to pay their debt. So when you are owing someone money, for me, it's very, very important that you do the best that you can to avoid going to the county court. Some people say, well, I don't care, you can do whatever you want. I take the view that if someone is owing you money and the person deliberately trying to take advantage, trying to tell you that I do not care, I'm not going to pay, I've got what I want, is it worth it taking the person to court? Different people may have a different view, but my view is yes, it is worth it. Take the person to court, make sure that the person gets a bad record, and what it does is that it saves other people from going into the same situation that you find yourself. Not only that, you are also able to damage the person's record because the person cannot be trusted when it comes to debt. So if someone is owing you and the person cannot be trusted, isn't it right, isn't it fair to warn other people that this person is not a credit worthy? This person is a credit risk, and therefore you must not loan or give any money to this person. I take the view that it's only fair that you do that, because at the end of the day, if you then tell people about how dangerous someone could be in terms of the person not being credit worthy, the person will carry on and do it to so many people, and the person in fact will end up preaching people that it is acceptable. But when we live in a community and someone does something that is not acceptable, then the person ought to be punished for this sort of behavior. So it is very important that we are also aware of this. So today, basically, we are going to talk about 4 main areas, and hopefully by the end of the program, the program will be, the information will be beneficial to our listeners and also to your family members. So where do we start? We start with this week, the politics. What has gone on this week and what is expected. A lot of people are in high hopes. In fact, people are jubilating that yes, there is going to be an amnesty in the UK. Boris Johnson made a statement some time ago that people who have been living in the UK for some time with a squeaky clean record, they should consider granting them an amnesty. What we say out of power, is it the same of what we say when we are in power? We wait to see. But one thing that I will never forget from Robert Nesta Marley, he says something to this effect: never allow a politician to do you a favor, because once they do you that favor, they will rule you forever. So people should bear this in mind. That is a big prophecy. That's a prophetic. So people should bear this in mind. What we say in a position is not what we preach when we come to power. A lot of people are celebrating, jubilating. I am not here as a dooms teller, but you also have to be realistic. So we will look at that, what the new Prime Minister has said, and whether, in fact, he will carry it through. What he said then and what he's saying now in respect to amnesty, we will look at that. That will be the first part of the program. Nyame eya ohene ampa. Let's take this tune. Nyame ne hene, this is for you. That will be the first part of the program. Nyame eya ohene ampa. Let's take this tune. Nyame ne hene, this is for you.
You know, say I be better past anybody. They say we sure, and your boy no. See, so when they hustle, know they make chance pass me by. So make it do your best and use your sense. I show the stress since I put God first. Charlie, it no be race, it no be test. And Jah guide so no one can test. Yeah. So make it tell them. So we do come, no they fear them. Baba God did for my side, so no shake.
Yeah, when you be on chonko na ondo, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jah guide. Yeah, yeah, when you be on chonko na ondo, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jah guide, Jah guide.
So make you no cry, no cry. Say you go be, make you still try. You no draw money near me, gosh, no good way. I pity make you no cry, still try. Say you go be, make you no cry. You no draw money near me and die. I don't mean a song, I don't mean a dimmy, I don't mean a dimmy, team in China, cheetah.
Yeah, when you be on chonko na ondo, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jah guide. Yeah, yeah, when you be on chonko na ondo, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jah guide, Jah guide.
Nyame ba ko pe ne bo me ho ban. Ti mo a mo bo me ho po na mo fa me ho tan. Budidi masena mo bo me sekan. Mo ma no Thomas mo se me twede botan wo do me. Bitu me ni hwe baby kra na me fia. Charlie be sora no pa me hwehwe ne media. Senia edipe bi kra bubu me ni chia. Bo nyame wanso me mu anka ma ye hyese mu chia. Wo mo ni sa me to na ma no mo twa me to fem. Wo mo dumi nko ne tema komem. Wo ne me kama fo wo ne makochem. Mamente wase na mente wasem okana se muse fa wosanka ne mehira no onyame na na wahye me bonte na debia no ansana wodi medine be ko bebia no kai se wo hwe me wo bedu na wesia no El Shaddai.
Ye wonyame bia on chonko na ondo, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jah guide. Yeah, yeah, when you be on chonko na ondo, on any CCTV, they be an anyone so. Even if I walk through the valley of death, I know the fear. Every day be Jagaido, Jagaido.
Yenda nyame ase ene so yasai abebie me legal matters ana ebremone. Today the first thing that we are going to be looking at is Boris Johnson and this amnesty saga that everyone is talking about and whether this is likely to happen. We need to recognize all those people who have tuned into Fire Life Radio, all those people watching us live on Facebook as well as YouTube. We thank you for sharing the program. I'm doing the best that I can to share the program. I'm struggling a bit, as you can see. But a lot of people are unable to sometimes get the program. So if you are watching, share it with everyone that you know so that they can also benefit from the program. We thank God again for today, and we thank God for the gift of life. We will do the best that we can to bring you the best all the time. You know, justice and law, like they say, there is no challenger. If you want the undiluted legal advice, then there's only one place to come. If you want undiluted legal education, there's only one place to be. That is Fire Life Radio every Saturday between 11 and 1 p.m. We bring you the undiluted legal advice. And that is what we will continue to do. That is what we are going to do now. As we know, this week a lot has happened. We have our new Prime Minister by the name of Boris Johnson. People are at work, but they are still listening. Michael Aqua, wherever you are, good morning to you. Mr. Bonsi Victor, wherever you are, good morning to you. Nyamene Hene, I say thank you, champion lawyer, champion prophet. That's the way it is. All those who have tuned in, Ankara Akwesi, wherever you are, thank you for tuning in. Patience Osei, Ajiman Ama Nana Ama Ajiman, wherever you are. Good morning to you all, and thank you for tuning in. We believe that you will share the program with all your loved ones, because today's program is very, very important. Basically, whether you have papers or you don't have papers, is going to be beneficial to you because it covers consumer law. We are going to look at section 75 and the importance of this particular legislation. I'm going to break it down so that people will know their rights when they are they are trading, when they are buying stuff from shops, especially the advantages of using a credit card. Sometimes people say, well, I don't want credit card because I don't want problem, I don't want trouble. But believe in me, credit card is one of the best tool that you can use to trade, to buy stuff. And it is very, very important that we understand it. Some people are saying that they don't like credit cards because maybe their spending habits, they cannot control it. But if you're able to control your spending habit and you have a good credit card, trust me, it will save you a lot of money, a lot of stress, and a lot of headache. So for me, the advantages of using a credit card. Today, we will talk about that. And even when things go wrong, what are your rights, especially by virtue of Section 75 Consumer Law Act. So we will look at that today. Boris Johnson, amnesty, and whether there is any point in submitting any hopeless application to the Home Office. And we will also talk about employment law changes. We will talk about all this. So once again, let me just take this tune whilst I get myself ready for the program, because a lot of people are asking me to send it to them, and sometimes it's a bit difficult as well because you are trying to do the program and people are texting that they cannot get it. Once again, I will say, if you go on YouTube and you go to Fire Life Radio, there is a bell. Just click on the bell, please. Once you click on the bell, every time that we come live, it will send you a notification. and you just have to press the notification button, and that is it. That makes it so simple for every one of us. It's very, very important. Also, if you are on Facebook, just go to Fire Live TV. The live is LIVE. Just go to Fire Live TV and it is there. Go to Facebook, go to search, put in Fire Live TV, and you'll be able to get us. By doing that, it helps us, one, it saves us time, and it also helps us to bring you more quality. So let's take this song, and when we come back, we will then do what? We will then start the program with full force, with full vim. There is only one place. Only one place to be every Saturday. That is Fire Life Radio. The program is called Liga Matters. So by all means, tune in and listen to what we are bringing you today. And I believe that you learn something from today's program, no doubt about that. If you think last week was a bombshell, today is going to be a rocket. Trust me, because it's going to be very, very fascinating. Things that as even lawyers, I did not really pay attention to it, but this section 75 has really made me see things from different angle. So by all means, let's be patient and listen to today's program. Let's take this song, and we need to give thanks and praises to the Lord Almighty. Everything that we do, everywhere that we go. This is a Nyanya Admakunya Meche, what's your Benyamia Sewati?
Rebea, I'm sending you around to pay and swim. I must say, I'm a daddy up and I don't know my media. Meet him in the Nasia. We are sitting up for you. A poor bay, or Namia, Mamma.
Midana sio, midana sio, midana sio.
Midama radia sio, swapa muba wakone senyina.
Midana sio, midana sio, midana sio.
Yeah, na sebe biona media se pianso no. Robo sabje pata ho no dinya media na soreta tunua. Mini obi anwa dimbonia. Ani bi robina dia. Mempo bi ni ri. Ana memo no no tabe prevent so dey free ni ya. Imodi ni nyanso nya media mami nti. Ani otabe prevent ya. Nimse ni nyina so be yanso enwa. Amase nya metadi ebenai. Adio nya me ma media. Mitimi ndana asia o. Biasi dia kwa wiye. Eko be o nya me ye bia mami ya o. Emana no nyame mane ye ya mabusia fo betono wankwa wode to bia ku fam ma wo isaje wadi mi kwa o enso esansa wo no soro ni asase bofo a bibiara nya wo no ntino eja me de me mu bofo afo de me ma wo o eje ma ya bo wo ni dua wo na me da wo na me nim se pinim dia so baba bia ya. Boni be mure eso na my brother ntiri me dem sending in around by enso marapa enwa wo ne ho sehwe no anu wonyi me friend to pe na no se bibia amfa na ono so ya fa na we me na my brother kwa ntino me sim me sre bribia oda sa ni dwere wanka se wo wi ya. Namba sana zika kwa suni baya Nijifraka sani mwao Yesu ni peni Niuna magadi yasi nyama chenye ya Endo kwe yentumisipa mukama umekae Adasi kwa si proba wa ukome pia Wasa kwa si barime wasi apronyo Nashiana ya So kuni nisi wansiro kribi mpwa Asese wasiro nyame So nyame chene to me free Yeme wafapasi tokusu siya nonwa Otwane koba Muhammade Wasi wote ne uradi asiya Ajina be Osi adiasa ya mkatanyira Akuresi
Yeda iradi asiya
Ena maswe Anada kwa deshi Mambri waisi
Yeda iradi asiya
Aye amasi ya kedye Ebo jina me mame umrisu wapakesi
Yeda iradi asiya
Lucy mami abrasa buhai Ena somarise Mimaisi
Yeda iradi asiya.
Yes, let's give thanks and praises to the Lord Almighty. Like Aduma Kunyamiche will say, Adie ensa ya enkwanta enjira sana etie na ene yedi legal matters ana ebremo ene anopei. Now, I was going to do the program in English, but something is just telling me that, maybe I need to change it and do it in Twi so that our people can get the message. Because there are people out there who will take advantage of people. And I believe that by going down to our local dialect, it will help a lot of people to understand it better. Alternatively, I will do it mix and mix. Hopefully, we can all get something out of it. The first area that I would like to talk about is in relation to an amnesty that people believe that our Prime Minister Boris Johnson will be prepared to grant an amnesty to people living in this country. But people ought to be very, very careful. I will say this, I'll repeat it. It's not like I do not want the government to grant an amnesty to those people who have overstayed in this country. However, when people do not have power, history tells us they know how to say the right stuff. But once the power gets into their hands, they becomes, they become a different kettle of animal. You see sometimes the opposite. So all that I'm saying is people have to be a bit careful and exercise caution. Let's look at what our Prime Minister said when he spoke about the possibility of an amnesty. That time he was not a Prime Minister. What he said was this: there are so many people living in this country who do not have the right documentation. So either they are living here illegally or overstays. These people are working in the black market, in the black jobs. Some employers are taking advantage of these people. Taxes are not being paid. And these people, nobody knows who they are and where they are. So it will make sense for the government to consider granting an amnesty for people with, quote, a squeaky clean record. I don't know what that means. That squeaky clean record, I don't know what that means. Those people with squeaky clean records, they may consider granting these people amnesty. In fact, in the past, he has talked, if my memory serves me right, for people who are living here for 14 years. And then he changed it to 15 years. When he became a Prime Minister this week, this question was put to him. And what he said was that it's something that the government will look into. You see, it's something that the government will do what? Will look into it. If he says that, does that mean that he is going to grant an amnesty? Maybe it is. But from my interpretation, it's something that they may consider. So it is very, very important that we sort of deconstruct what has been said very, very, very carefully. Because if we don't, and we just jump onto the bandwagon that, oh, he's going to be granted amnesty, and therefore everyone should basically jump at it and start putting in an application to the Home Office, knowing well that there is no amnesty, and amnesty, there's nothing called amnesty application, and knowing well that application potentially could be refused. But the funny thing is, people are always looking at the sound bites, but not the detailed. This is where I say we need to be very, very careful. And I have managed to obtain some information in relation to the Prime Minister when he was not Prime Minister, some of the things that he has said in relation to immigration and nationality laws of this country. Whilst this is not something that is set in stone, at least it gives you an idea the type of policy that potentially our new Prime Minister could introduce. And this information is courtesy of free movement and some of the promises, noises on amnesty and net migration. Mr. Johnson, as soon as he became Prime Minister, in fact, he was put a question. as to what he was going to do about migration. And this is what he said, and I quote, "I am not going to get into some numbers game. We will have control." That is what people voted for. We will have control over our borders. What that means, nobody knows. Let's look at what he has said about the point-based system. He said that we will introduce the Australian type of point-based system, which we already have. However, this one will allow us to choose whoever we want them to come in and whoever that we don't want them to come in. Also, speaking of English, he's also insisted that migrants must speak English. So if you live here and you don't want to speak English and you think that we are going to grant you amnesty for free, then these are things that you should be thinking about. Also, European Union members and their family members, he said that he's not going to enter into any negotiations. We should just promise that the rights of the EEC nationals and their family members will be respected and maintained even after Brexit. He's also said that whether we like it or not, by 31st of October, do or die, we are coming out. Because of the fact that he said that people should consider amnesty, some people have taken that to mean that Boris Johnson is coming to grant any illegal immigrant living in the UK an amnesty. I hope that one way or the other people are able to get their papers all within the law. But if you look at this country's history, they have never granted a blanket policy amnesty to anyone. People should bear this in mind. So the whole idea that we are going to be granted amnesty for the first time is exciting to most people. But whether this is achievable, whether this is realistic, is something that we wait to see. My advice to you is this. In fact, someone called me yesterday and he said, "Lawyer," and I said, "Well, what can I do for you?" And this is what he said. He said that he's in the country. He has never submitted any application to the Home Office. However, he's been advised to put in an application. My first question was this: on what basis are you making the application? He watched my face and he couldn't give me an answer. He does not know why he's making an application. And I said to myself, if you are doing something, you need to understand why you are doing what you are doing. Because if you are telling me that you have been advised to do an application and you don't know the basis of the application, you know something? That money that you are going to use to pay the Home Office fees, please give me that money for me to enjoy. Because it makes no sense to me at all that you are taking a step but you don't know where you are landing. It's like putting a blindfold over your eyes and start running with no sense of direction, no sense of purpose. As a brother, I don't know where you got this information from or who give you this advice. The only thing that I can say to you is this: do not rush into anything that you may regret later on. Because why did I give this advice to this brother? Because there is nothing called amnesty application place. And even the Prime Minister, when she was pushed, she said that this is something for the government to think about. This guy was in, at the back bench. He said that you should consider doing it. When he got the power and they are asking him, are you going to implement it? It's something for the government to think about. For me, that says it all. So brothers and sisters, people listening to us, if you have other means that you can regularize your stay, do not sit there thinking that amnesty is going to be a walk in the park. I can bet my bottom dollar on this. It has been said, but personally, that's my own view. I don't think it will ever happen in this country. because there is a lot of opposition. And the opposition, you'll be surprised, does not even come from the natives of this land. You will see foreigners who have come in here to work, and they have been fortunate enough to regularize their stay. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because this week I was listening to another radio station, a major radio station in this country, and this debate came into place. But the number of foreigners that called the program and the comment that they made, in one way I was a bit surprised, but in another way I can also understand them. The arguments that came forward, in summary, is as follows. One guy called, I think from somewhere in East London, and he said that, look, I'm from Asia. I came into this country as an IT consultant. I was on work permit. My wife joined me. My children joined me. And we played by the rules. Every time you have to pay home office fees to regularize our stay. And it has cost us thousands of pounds for us to be legal in this country. And now you are telling me someone who has come in, not played by the rules, should benefit and pay nothing. That is not right. That is not fair. Another one also called, claiming that he was a daughter of a diplomat. 1980s, they came to this country. There was a civil war in his country, in her country, and therefore they couldn't go back, and therefore they regularized their stay in this country. She's claiming that she's played by the rules. So why should someone who is residing in the UK unlawfully, why should that person benefit from the system? This is not indigenous people saying this. This is coming from foreigners like you and I. So if our own foreign background, first generation of immigrants, we share this view, what do you expect the natives to think? So for me, if it comes, it's great. If it doesn't come and you have other means, take the necessary steps now. Do not wait for something to happen. Because of this, the person asked me, the lawyer, I've never submitted any application to the Home Office. I've been advised to put in an application to the Home Office. Even though the application is going to be refused, but at least Home Office will know that I am in the country. Is it sensible and is it advisable to do that? I told him, no, it is not sensible and it's not advisable. But in some way, I can understand why there is the urge to put in an application. So, I have said what I think. I've expressed my view. I'm not saying I'm right, but believe in me, I tend to be right most of the time. Because God has given me this gift that I can foresee things happening. Like I said last week, I'm not a prophet, but the Lord Almighty has given everyone his gift. I have the gift of anticipation. I can predict people like certain people like Donald Trump. He is so predictable that is unbelievable. I don't know him, but you can predict what he's going to say. There are people that they think they are so clever, but they are so predictable. One typical example is Donald Trump. Listen to him. They love me in United Kingdom so much that they call Boris Johnson the Donald Trump of London. He think he's so clever that everyone is just an idiot, a fool. But this is the guy that you can predict him from a million miles away. That is one thing strange about life. When people think they are so clever and so smart, they become so predictable. Before they make the move, you know where they are going. So all the time, the wise are able to do what? To counter them. And they get surprised. You see the point? So for me, this business about amnesty, this business about putting in an application so that they know that you are in the system. So in an event of an amnesty, you can benefit from it. You see, that is one side of the coin. whilst there may be element of truth in that, you also need to think, is there going to be an amnesty? What are the chances of an amnesty? If you ask me, I would say it's about 5% chance of an amnesty, about 95% chance of no amnesty. This is what I will say. So it's very, very important that we understand these things, because the chances of amnesty being granted, I'm afraid, is very, very, very low. So if you are embarking on a legal journey with the hope of regularizing your stay, and you have your means of doing it, I will say to you that it is important. I think it's important that you do what? It is important that you go ahead and you make your move to make sure that you submit your right applications and get your stay through other avenues that may be applicable in your case. That's what I will say to that, because it's very important that you sit there dreaming about amnesty. Amnesty never comes, and nobody knows tomorrow. Today, all is well. Tomorrow, before you know it, something else. And the opportunity that you may have had, that opportunity will be gone. So I will say once again, we have to do the best that we can. We have to try our best to make sure that, any opportunity that comes our way, we are able to capitalize on that. Recently, a lot of people have capitalized on Zambrano. About a year, they are still sitting there waiting, because they decided, Zambrano, you don't have to pay a fee. But believe in me, anything cheap in the long term is very, very expensive. Why am I saying this? You will get it cheap today, but trust me, in this country, there is nothing called a free lunch. If you don't have money, someone buy you a cup of tea, you better tell the person that you will not drink it. You don't want it. Because as soon as you drink it, it will be your turn to buy. And you cannot tell the person that I don't have money. Because if you don't have money, you don't drink someone's tea. It's as simple as that. And we need to bear this in mind. Because say obenum obitia, and then you ready say next round no. Ona yedie, ona obeto. Say de omokan ye no. Yesi so oba, I say ordinato ebekasa di kunu ho a ode atopa ana edie ebe yi na no. Enti de bekan say you're very important. You don't sit there and tell me say you are waiting for amnesty. Obetina was side the atopa ni be you ano e wo amnesty ho. Enti no say bibia, you better do it, and look for avenues that will help you, because some people have other avenues. They have been told, or at least they've heard, that there is going to be an amnesty. So they are sitting there thinking, if there's an amnesty, why should I go and pay about £2,600 or 2,000 and over to do an immigration application if there is going to be an amnesty? There is no point. It's going to be a waste of my money. Please, why? Yes, say your friend is saying, obia sebi ohiani eso we meska no ahwe ho se kwatere kwa eso man to ma na wati ni din enti eno the first segment de emeka no na de ntia many abre make sa asem we ya Boris Johnson ba be prime minister. Some people are going to take advantage, and they're gonna encourage people to do applications sebio emwa wo applications intimi emfa omo enko baabia na afi no osade nipa no asa akoto asem. And no neba be the second part of this, the arguments that I am going to raise to defend what I have just said. Say you believe that if you put in an application and Home Office get to know that you are here, in an event of an amnesty, you will get lucky because Home Office knows that you are here, so they will grant you some sort of stay in this country. That may well be the case. But let's look at paragraph 320.11 of the immigration rules, which deals with the discretionary grounds for refusal of immigration applications. It's very, very important that we understand this, because if you get the full facts, you are able to make an informed decision that will help you to make the right choices as to whether you will go forward or not. It's very, 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 very important that we understand this. So paragraph 320 of immigration rules, in particular 320.11, we are going to look at that after this short break.
Freedom. Shut up. Freedom. Shut up. Freedom.
Yes, whilst it is right and people are free, they have the freedom, or they got the freedom to submit applications to the Home Office. Home Office also have the freedom and the right to decide whether to grant or to refuse. So you need to be able to take the right decision and understand what you are getting yourself into, whether it is worth it or perhaps to wait for the right time. Is very, very important, and it is key. Let's look at paragraph 320 of the immigration rules, in particular 320.11. This is what it says. This is a discretionary refusal where an applicant has 1. Been an immigration offender or in breach of the UK immigration or other law, and or received services or support to which they were not entitled to, and where there are aggravating circumstances. You're breaking it down. The Home Office have the right to refuse any future applications if the applicant has been an immigration offender or in breach of the UK immigration rules or UK immigration law, and or has also received services or support to which they were not entitled to, and where there are aggravating circumstances. So the first one is this: if you are living here illegally, if you entered illegally, you have breached the immigration rules, and therefore Home Office have a discretion for future applications whether to grant or not to grant. As simple as that. If you have been in breach of the UK immigration rules or you entered illegally, any application that you subsequently submit, Home Office can refuse you under paragraph 320.11. This even include out of country applications. That is, you leave the country to apply to come back in, these rules still apply. So people should bear this in mind. It's very, very important. Where the individual has claimed public money and or support that the person is not entitled to, that is also another one that people have to bear this in mind. And it goes on to say that where there are aggravating circumstances. And what are the aggravating circumstances? What are the services that people can receive if they are not entitled to? Let's break it down. 1. Obtaining asylum benefits. Someone will ask, how can this happen? It can happen, for example, you have made application for asylum, the application has been refused, you have exhausted all your appeal right, and you are still claiming benefit through the asylum system. Bear that in mind. State benefits. I don't want to mention them, but you name it. State benefit. Housing and housing benefits. Tax credits. Employment. You got yourself into employment. Goods or services, NHS care using an assumed identity or multiple identities to which you are not entitled to. People should bear all this in mind. But when we talk about the aggravating circumstances, as you and I know, you make any application to the Home Office, you know the application is going to be refused. Once the application get refused, what then happens? I think we all know the answer. Because when Home Office refuse your application, the next thing is they'll be asking you to come and report. And then what then happens? You are scared that if you go and report, you might not come back home. So what do? You go underground. You abscond. So once you go absconding, you are making your case worse. So as far as the Home Office is concerned, this is an aggravating circumstances where the Home Office have told you to report and you are not reporting. So if in future you make any other application, they can use that as a ground to refuse you under section 320. So it is for this reason that I keep saying, making an application that is useless, that is bogus, that is pointless, don't do it. Not only are you using money, but you are creating or building up bad adverse immigration record which can be used against you in the past. As I speak to you, I have 4 cases before me. All these cases are going in the court. It is going through the court in next month. And it's the same problem, paragraph 32011. This is a case that some even went to Ghana. They did their own applications. They got different lawyers to do it. Application got refused. Now they've lost trust in the lawyer because the lawyer was encouraging them. Oh, do this application. Oh, do that application. By the person doing, the person was building bad immigration record. In the end, when the person got fed up and went to Ghana and the lawyer did the application, they have refused the person again. It got to this stage for the person to lose trust in the lawyer. So what has happened? He's come to where? Justice and Law Solicitors. When she now believe that we can do what? We can provide her with
Freedom. 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 Freedom.
yes, also per freedom. So she's now come to Justice and Law Solicitors. And I'm very confident and I'm very hopeful. As we always deliver, we will also deliver. No challenger. No doubt about that.
Justice and Law.
No challenger.
Yeah.
Mr. Selina will tell you.
Yeah.
So that is how it is. I'm very confident because I've done a lot of research into this.
Yeah.
And I believe that all these 4 cases that have come before us, these cases will be successful. So absconding is an aggravating factor. Not complying with temporary admission or temporary reporting conditions or bail conditions. When application is refused, they will tell you to come and sign on. You are not supposed to be working.
Yeah.
You don't have money. How can you go and sign on every week?
It's not easy.
And if you're not careful, you get tempted to steal the bus. And it brings you more problems.
I'm telling you.
You see, so these are some of the problems associated with just putting in any application.
Yeah.
Not complying with reporting restrictions. Sometimes they say that you must leave and sleep at this address every day. You must be indoors by 6 o'clock. Failing to comply with removal directions. Sometimes they will serve notice on someone that meet us at the airport. We are putting you on the plane today, and the person doesn't show up to be deported.
That's so sad.
I don't know how you tell me that, oh, come so that I can kill you, even though I want to leave and you expect me to come.
No.
Anyway, failing to comply with removal directions after illegal entry. Previous working in the UK in breach of your visa conditions. Previous recourse to NHS treatment when not entitled to. Another case has just come before me. This person received hospital treatment.
Yeah.
And the amount involved was only £160. The person says that he was not aware. The person went to his home country, which is in West Africa. It's not Ghana. but because of confidentiality, I have to address this.
Yeah.
And the person's application has been refused on the basis that he owns the NHS £160.
Yeah.
I have helped them to pay their money. So once again, appeal is in process. Previously in receipt of benefits that the person is not entitled to, income, support, housing, child, incapacity or otherwise. Using an assumed identity or multiple identities. Previously used a different identity or multiple identities for deceptive reasons. Vexatious attempts to prevent removal from the UK, for example, feigning illness. Active attempt to frustrate arrest or detention by UK visa and immigration or police. Entry into a sham marriage or marriage of convenience or polygamous marriage in the UK. Harboring an immigration offender. Facilitating people smuggling. Escaping from lawful detention. Switching of nationalities. Vexatious or frivolous applications. You see, this one spells it straight to the point. Vexatious or frivolous immigration applications. That means hopeless applications without merit. So if someone tells you that just put in application every 6 months, at least it gives you protection.
Yeah.
Maybe not, because I can tell you this. 2016, either the 6th of December or the 7th of December, we have this lady come to this studio. 22nd of December, I will never forget this. 2016, a lady who came to testify that she was deported back to Ghana,
Yeah.
but through justice and law solicitors. We fought hard to get this woman back into the country. Everyone around her lost hope, thinking that it is not possible. This woman came to see me on the 4th of December 2016, and this is something that I will never forget, and it's one of the biggest achievements as a lawyer. I would never forget this in my professional career. So we put in the application on the 5th with the hope that it will give her a bit of protection. This is what people think, that if you put in the application, it will give you protection. I put in the application with the hope that it will give her the protection. And I'll tell you what happened. On the 6th or on the 7th, when they detained her, they refused the application on the spot.
Yeah.
And they told her that your application has been refused, and therefore there is nothing stopping them from deporting you today.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was notified about the detention when it was about 4:30. No high court to go to, nowhere to go to. And therefore, I had to call the Home Office, email, faxes. Basically, we fought. In the end, she had to go.
Yeah.
They put her on a plane. They removed her from this country. I felt that no way, such an injustice. I was prepared to fight the case. And boy, did we fight the case. Yes, we did. We went to court. They just said, no way, that was so wrong. And therefore, they got to bring her back. She came to this studio to testify.
Yeah.
And we have the evidence to back it up. So, when someone tells you that just put in any application, believe in me, it will not offer you the protection that you may be looking for.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
So nothing is guaranteed when it comes to immigration and nationality law of the United Kingdom. We should bear that in mind. So it is for this reason that I take the view that it is not simply good enough to think that just putting in an application will help you. In fact, in some cases, it will do what? It will damage you. Because once the immigration history, they start looking at it, they could say that you have submitted frivolous and vexatious applications in the past. The whole idea of putting in the application is to significantly contrive with the immigration rules. And 320 applies to applications from the UK and applications from outside the UK. So we really ought to bear this in mind and take this into consideration when we decide to make any application. If you have legal advisors and they are telling you to just put in any application, please just remember one thing. Just ask them this simple question. Ask my legal advisor, have you thought about paragraph 320(11) of the immigration rules? Just ask that simple question and see what the person says to you. Whilst it is your choice, bear this in mind. If the person is telling you to do it, you need to ask yourself the person's motive. What is it that the person is looking for? What is the person getting in return? Knowing well that the application that you are submitting will come to nothing.
Yeah.
Knowing well that you are not reporting at the Home Office at the moment. Knowing well that you put in this application, it gets refused. Home Office will come to you and ask you to come and report. Knowing well that when you are going to report, you're going to get scared. There's a possibility that you may abscond. Knowing well that Home Office will get to know your address, that one day they might decide to pay you a little visit for a cup of tea and biscuit.
Immigration.
Well. Sakatim pobi. Yeah, chino no pe meme. They meet me aka no. Eye adea e wasi edu tu ye hofo.
Yeah.
Sebio yesi fufuo. Eni munyam kra no, na ntisa anwa mo. Enti no, ade bi akwakoye na semwa. Don't bother doing it because it's not going to help you.
Oh yes, of course.
This country, Home Office, sometimes it's funny. They are like the referee.
Oh yes.
When they see a rope, they will give you the rope and they say play with it.
Yeah.
You start playing the rope, sooner or later, either you're gonna tie it around your waist or you're gonna tie it around your neck. So the choice is you. So sanity and putting first control of you away. Sabio Mrs. Simo and said Yamma air to the air bonner, yet the bonnet call. So you get the bonus, you have money call. And it's very, very important. So before you move forward to do an application, you do the best that you can to do the right applications. Yeah. Applications that have got potentials. Yeah. Justice alone, when you come to us, we will diagnose your problem. Yeah. We will look at the case and we will do what? Whether it's good to go forward or not, we will tell you.
Oh yeah.
And we don't like to fail.
I mean,
we hate to fail. We want to succeed. So we will always tell you the truth. It is very, very important that we bear this in mind.
Lawyer said, can you Sabu Jumedia Udi. Obimaka say na lawyer di on Pisca. Obi wo ho said client buy your baby say lawyer me person me ya application e de call efficacy mu. Say ne bia me se menya setena e wo kurum ha. But when we say yenuanom akasama food ebinimo enyo mu nyina. Obi wo ho a ontie nipa no e bia nanum asem o de buy said e wo kan paragraph 32011 enipa he na sebio omunim enyo obia enti obi wo ho a ono no waba wanim enti sa dwumadie sei no yenuanom akasamafo ebinom a omokrom as lawyers ene omoma ye omo pocket lawyers no say aha no yeso so muntie ne ye obi wo ho a sebio lawyer oye layman person waba wonchen ti se de enipa ba wonchen oh me pesa me ye application di ko fikasim na ubisa ne say na oh ya edeba application anase enyina so ben na wo de ye den wo de ko oh se wona ye okasama fonti no wo de pebia ma me ebia sebio enema a obobo so onipa no oni nyina so bia e wo saade ne so na eso so no obu wo a na musika opese ogi free onipa ne nsem no oh metima ya ma we de enye hwe wo de ma menye bibia afa kotum meanwhile no onipa no wotie nanum asem no ohu se ade no oni sabio enyina so bia enti no ye nuanom akasamafo ne bi ne mo ene ye nuanom so a ye kokohu akasamafo no se o tu anamon a okwa osusu miawani na bisasem okasamafo matena kromu ha ebia madi mfie du se ne ye kan amnesia ye kan ho asem ene lawyer ye kan ho asem obi wo ho a obeka se na lawyer de okoka amnesia ho asem a ebia ye ma amnesia ye mfa enkrata ne mre no ma ne ngi yesika ontimi nchaage yen na amnesia ne kura se wokoya ene ya ka wo mu no obeka brofo na se wo de entwa bibia so kura yesi kromu ano wa wuni asetena bia no bra ne yama wasetena ko hia omo ofikasiem ye betuma bisa questions be mienu miensa na wuntimi enyi ano a ebe de ne yama nkrata no enti ne ye besere ye nuanom yen ye kohunu akasamafo omo susu di mayen esese wo nipa ne ba wani mu a so de asem ba na se enyi nyina so a ensese obesoso ne so sad asema lawyer kan ama sabio ama batakari na do so ntie huru batakari papa we de mabu be ba ko afom enti ne ye difi eka ye nuanom Ghana fo lawyer fo ni bi ne mo obi wo wa de ho te krojin kromo school ko emu student grant de be mo no ombesan wie ye diskana ma wasan ye adwumatia enti no sabio obi wo wa ye pocket lawyer na wasi wo de afabra koya Ghana passport application kura no onim application ya ma no obi ti kromu akura ye kire no ne ebisa na wo se me woni emadamu oba bisa no so no ye boni dini na woda na emfa enti no eya disua ema ye nuano mo yenya ye ko tie asem no obi wo ho a sebi ye kaso omuku no nkotua ye se Ghana ni la ya bi de oha na wo ko ne ncha wo je £100 obi wo ha wo je £50 ene me ko £50 wo sebi o enye sika ne na ye the matters but ukwa bisasem asem na wo de ko no yesi ye ma amnesty na de be nti na sese ye ma amnesty enti no momma ye nyina no ye mboa ye ho na ye nya sebi ye nuanom Ghana fo bi no ma ye se omadwuma sebi o midabia me kasi kromo ye nyina tubatase ye ba abepe bibi ama ye nsa koya no se wo a wutie me na se wo oba na se wo enana eja wo oba eye kasamafo a yes wani baje enti no ye nuanom a lawyer fo ni binum amusu mutie no so obi ba wanim na office oni nyina so a kanu kware ne kire no na oni pa no prepare eba ne sa enkunumdie ba wo hye tokurom kura na ye be chia ba be den abehwehwe lawyer me da ase.
Thank you very much for the interpretation and further clarification and explanation. I believe that it will be helpful to a lot of our listeners that in fact there is no amnesty at the moment, putting in frivolous, scrupulous, vexatious applications. I believe that in a long term it will not help you. It will bring you problems, and sometimes in future when the opportunity presents itself, in fact your past can damage your future. So this is something that I think people have to bear in mind. If someone was telling you just to put in any application, it's a view that you need to take. But I believe that it is important that you have the information from both angles that will then help you to make the right decision. I take the view that it is not a good idea if there is no good reason why you should put in an application, knowing the application is very unlikely to succeed. So I believe that the point has been made clear.
Asem we dey yesere na ya hometie se ne awu kan yo obi a otie o anase otie yen obeka se asem alo ye kan di ayamadwen mu na efise ebia sisi ya no metikrom ha mini asetena sisi ya me amesoso me pese me ko okasamafo bi ho na ebia mesoso metimi nya bibi de bo me ho ban se de empo no me koye bibi de tum na wo chena bi no ye kasi boe anase ye ba fie kura na menya me ho atete but ne no ye kire ne se enye se bia sebe application a wo di kotum no ene ye ohawo da bi krom ha no obi etimi ware obi behunu lawyer o se lawyer me pese me ware na me ni nkrata lawyer se kromu ano wo won nkrata wo ni nkrata obi entimi stop wa wade wo ne wanya wo yere na wo kunu but enye se application bia keke na wo be sore yes etomere bi wo ho a enipa wo ye desperate wan hwe yi a wo be make decision bi afi wo be wie no na wanu ho because e bi application a okan uni nyina so bia e bia se bi uni ba bi wo krom ha ni atoso bia e bia uni empene bi a oti ana wanya setena wo ha ana se bia untena krom ha se encheye ana so se empon e bia udi school ne baaye e na wanya adwuma e na adwuma ne kra no e so wasene but e bia what say yesi o ye be ma amnesty obi wo ho anadwe mu no oh Boris Johnson ka say oh oba ma amnesty ana emiri bi wo kaaye but ni kasa mu a ye bisa prime minister question no ye bisa no wo se no de aban ne be ye den e betimi aye ne yie
aban ne be dwene ho
aban ne be dwen ho enye wono no na wan ne aban no wan ene aban no u bisa obi ade wo se aban ne be dwen ho enti no se wo krom ha obi wo ho a wo krom ha ebia owo bakra wa ha abofra no wadi mfiedu but what is yesi be ma amnesty ntino adenti na sese me koye me kotua sa sika e boarding din we na me de koye a ye ba be chenkrata free but na lawyer e kire mu no sa station no ye mu pi wo ho a apart from ebia ye twi station ye betie ye ntie stations bebre but ye wo stations bia wutie no krom ha amanfo obi afre a station like LBC every 15 minutes omoma news the ekosu bi omoka entini setomre bu wo ha emrofo no sebi o sebi omo ye bibia ye beka so omo de omo mpeni pasam enti mrofo na nkasa no etimi ye den etoto momone no omo de ahye yen anum no omo aso yesoso adwen na wo hwe program na no omo ye na omo bisa bibi abatisa ye nkrata eye yenya yasefo anase yenya ye hoho ne amanfrafo no obi se ha ade na sese ye chenkrata free me ba krom ha me be ye adwuma me di school na ba ye every year me tua home office fee me tua ne sa 10 years ansa na masan makwa tua for asetena afebo ade nti na sese me ba ye me tua se sika bebre na obi de sese ye de ma no se na ye yes analysis ya when ade na no mo kan dan me tie ye we kra de ye nuanum Asian so but ye di ba yen Africa mamu a me positive amete say na ye Ghana 400 a enipa 99 be ka say hold on adanti na me ntimi nkotua lawyer fee me san nkotua me ayi me NHS na obi de ye fama ni free ye yes analysis na upa lawyer ye mi fo la obi etum a amafo be ka say oh we de Christo so Pentecost for omunkoto assassin esi yemfa nye de emie prison me wa president so say yensi cathedral enti wa ari enti e bia la yitum a obi be ka cho say lawyer we de ye ne onya adwen ye ne onipa na oka ye say enkrata ne de se so obi afa sa process enti no asem ne bi ba ne ye kan mamu me nya so obi ye racist because ye yan ka say asefo ye ya hoho no obi say adenti na maba media matwie sika maye we obi timi calculate ni visa fee any ni indefinite watua no watua more than over 20,000 ono be ka say enti ene mo fa misika mame then therefore no na chese oma anya de ni yie enti no amnesty na ye kan wasem no sa amnesty ba enka me se ye be me de na so no bi sa ho sa amnesty ne beba na empo ne se ye ka se amnesty ba ekwan ben ene ye begina so e de ama amnesty ena no na ye prime minister se se de oye wa ye prime minister wasisi ebe ma amnesty se ye hwe se enkrofo bi o matena kromu a ebe mfie nu na mfie du no mo hutwa krogin na question ya o mu bisa no eye sa ayi no paragraph 320 no 11 no why bisa wo se wo kwaji amnesty no o hutwa kro ana for 10 years no wo ba ha no se wo ba be di 3 days na ko wie 10 years enti no eho ne be bisa se o hutwa enti no enima bi woni ye tia mama ma yasom nya hene na ye ntu anamo saasema ye kan ye nuanom akasamafu ebi mu a mayem ho pocket lawyers ombeji bi mu sika na omakodi ye nuanom Ghana fo enye da bia na ye de lawyer fo bi mu nimba ye fom wososo no emere ne dane adane ho bi so obi kase ye ma amnesty bisa no ede ne ye gina so entimi so me hwema se trema me sese me ho a meti manya bia enye se ye kan se sore na odi mirika na akotue sika mu obi enti ye besere mo enti amnesty na eba ye na emomu no emfa wadwen emu enti sa wo chance bi na se nyame ye wadom e bia wo ti krom ha eja wo sori kwa adwuma obi timi na obi fa bus da kro ba akopɛ oh can I take your number na wahwe wanim oh me no fro bus ye nyina si bus stop obi wo timi na obi ye adwuma mu na eja akofa enti no sa wo opportunity bia menya wadwen se wo twen amnesty odwan obewu na onyanwu ya yemfrɛ no odwanfu enti no menim se ene lawyer dwuma de awudi wo tu ye nyina yefo na amadachi bi no obi kura fa kwati kwa so pese osisi obi a yesu yehunu kwa ye beden ye be fa so ye da CP
me da was Mr. Positive for the wonderful interpretation and clarification and explanation. Thank you very much for that. Now let's move on to a court of appeal hearing or a court of appeal decision. Now this one is a warning to all foreigners living in this country. This is a deportation case where the title is Win a Deportation Appeal, You Can Still Be Deported. Court of Appeal hold. This is a man who was sentenced to more than 4 years imprisonment, who was facing a deportation. He was able to win the case against a deportation. Home Office started another deportation proceedings. Wow. And this time, Court of Appeal said that if you are a foreign criminal, no matter what, you are still a foreign criminal. So a foreign criminal is always a foreign criminal. So this is a warning to everyone, especially our brothers and sisters. Any foreigner who commits a crime in this country, potentially, if you are sentenced to more than 12 months imprisonment, you could end up being deported from this country. So people have to bear this in mind and take this very, very seriously, because you could fight against deportation. Maybe you may win your case. That may not be the end of it. That's all that I can say about that. When it comes to criminal offenses, we know what they are. I don't need to repeat myself and go on and on about criminal offenses. Especially, sometimes you see the type of crimes that people commit, and you ask yourself, why do you have to limit yourself that low? I don't know. Is it spiritual? That bus pass thieving, train fares thieving, working at the places and stealing food to eat, stealing toilet tissues, stealing chemicals from workplaces. How much does these things cost? If you are going to steal, why do you have to go and steal this joke stuff? Positive, I don't know. It is a joke. So yes, it's a ponko. What's the word? I think it's ponko. So what you ponko? You say, who say yes? Yeah. But if you go and do this and you get caught and you get, it's unbelievable. But anyway, let's go through the changes in terms of employment law, and then I will come to the consumer law, and then we can then open the telephone lines. Today, as you can see, my mind is everywhere today, but we will see the best that we can. All that I will say is this: if you need to walk, you don't have money for bus pass, train fare, if you don't have money for food, don't go and steal, please, because you get caught. It does a lot of damages. Any opportunity that you may have in terms of your immigration papers, it all goes down the drain, and because of sometimes £1.50, £2, £3. Why people make these mistakes, I do not know. Sometimes people will say that because I was desperate, I was destitute. I can understand, but just walk. Try and walk. Even this exercise, people pay money to be able to sweat. So if you're lucky enough and you don't have money and you have to walk, then hey, praise the Lord, walk. There's nothing wrong with that. Or borrow money from someone.
And yes, spiritual be I said you walk. Kromuhano, enipa, your appearance, Eddie Bekofa. Say be a bus. But
your character will bring you home.
Very good. Usubai, and then I you bube and penny for mubeno.
That's what I want. Edo Bekwa warrior. Name Usubai, Edo Bebefi.
Say be a obi wa walk off for bus. Ebia sebi yo ebi kura wallet ayira obi bia ayira o ko fro bus na o betima approach driver no say o this is my situation. Driver no accept wa. We see foforo ba. Obu wo a obaji with details. The entire drivers no mo gi with details no mama paper no. Ebi wo ho a se inspectors ba mu a. Se the no driver no ebe cover na ho because sometimes you know se driver ne ma okowura mu a wanhwe yi a ono so timi lose na adwuma. Enti na oni pa na se wo approach no uni bi. Oh ebi a me ko ha saying mayira me bus pass anase bia miniska go de kan kwara kire no but se obekwa kwawia lawyer obu wo ho a ne de ne anitie obu wo ho a okwa adwuma hemanachi enti wonim se ahemanachi no trains no no inspectors na barrier no ye bie na kroma no se dem na wo ye bibi no no mo soso no omo fa dwen o se enka first o fa tray up baby bebro ha na barriers ni ho usi ya na pam na wo kono ba sisi ya no mo de sa ayi no barriers ni we ni nyina no me hwe ayi audio bi obi awia train sa unu sa da kro ba ko pe e no mo kire no since almost about 3-4 years omo buka ni nyina ma no so onkotua watu batabo obi man so sebio se obi awia bus passer driver na wo twi bus no e be de na etua ne ka se ye kwadwumam obi ka so de oye adwuma no de o kan sempa o de din sempa ho ukwa adwumam ti ro sa ne ma nyina no wo de bi ba obi fi se o me ye adwuma wa wutie ne yie pa na sabio enim guase e ketuwa bi sabio ba ka so ye adwuma mo manager o ye supervisor o ye whatever but wo ko wi ti ro adwuma no wo other staff no ya nka si fa bi kofi o enti ne ma ne bi wona se ba mamu nka se ebi amrofo anase o me ne obi kura koye adwuma and wa report me because wa kwa adwuma no ma other staff toilet roll hand towel sa we ni nyina no so ye de abadoso ni wayi enti de bia no wuyi na so obi suso ba na ono suso be yi a do you think say company ni ye peni ya na yego no enti niema nkiti bu wa eno no ya mfa nka ya bra bo ho ye mu ni se eye we de enya hwe but eno no ebedi yenya enti ye besere mu enya me se boni bi wo ho a o ya ye we sase mu ye nka nkire wasore dem but niema bu wo ho ye bebo so na wo ye sei but ugwaduma mu na wo wi toilet roll uko wi bus passer wo se so no ya omo kire wa wo punishment no mutimi etimi se 7 onya papa nti wo mutimi adamage pa because what Korea bus pass ya chiri was straight ube ho na afei police abam na immigration abam afei ube ebe wiase no na afei no ya do akoto detention wani baba hanso kofie rather than cross odi so odi obi ni makra na ye adwuma omnim se wo ye adwuma ya beto tax na se bus pass na toilet roll wakwa Korea obi timi wia ti road ba fia na ne ba bisa na se ya wa shows bebre mi uru ba bi akoto free ya wa Lidl ya wa Morrison ya wa Tesco ya wa Edenden na wo ka che ne ban so da bi wono de o special na dakro fofi antoata na ye kirewa enti mumma ye bibia sabio ye bibia ikromu a obi ani wa oye otene o but wo de ma ya abeka se wo de otene enti se ena wo ti sa asemu obu a no onim se eye bone enti no unimu a adwuma mu ukofa adwuma mu bibi na se nya wo dia na se ye hwehwe mu ne yehuna yetimi frɛ police ma obi tam obi bicycle eto twene ye oni bona park bike na si obe 2-3 years or si wo check no bike na si wa chenti no e disturb no ma so to twene ye omo ko check CCTV nyame na ye nadom se wa amfa nko o de koto compactem omo mani tua ye enti no ye besere mo se anamo bi a yetu okrom ha no papa ne fene say MPP ni pa ya o say who watch one no
Kennedy Jafon
adwuma mu o the office obi watch o
obi watch
entina
who watches the watchman. Yes,
obi watch you.
It's very important that we learn lesson from this because you never know. You never know. Yeah. And therefore these things you have to be very, very careful. Yeah. I know a gentleman called Bacardi working, he saw Bacardi, he thought that he can just take it. Now every time I see him, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. It's not nice, but that is life. So let's leave good impression everywhere we go. Leave good impression so that when you are not there, people can remember you in a good light. Very, very important. Now let's go to this topic before we move on to other areas. UEC settlement scheme visas If you have not done it, make the move and do it. It's very important. The reason why it's very important, Boris Johnson has promised, come 31st of October, do or die. Whether there's a deal or no deal, we are coming out of the European Union. If we come out without a deal, the right of EEC nationals, their family members, and anyone living in the UK who has obtained a visa through an association with EEA National, if that person do not apply for settlement scheme visa, their right will not be guaranteed after we have come out of the European Union. So if you have friends, family members who are holding indefinite leave to remain or permanent residency visa under European law, please advise them to ring Justice and Law Solicitors and get their settlement scheme visa done without further delay. Now we have only about 98 days to 31st of October. If you don't step up, trust me, they will step you down. So it is important that you do what? You take the necessary steps. Come so that we sort it out for you without any delay. The beauty about this settlement scheme visa is this: if we come out, you are secured. If we don't come out, you are secured. So because of the uncertainty surrounding this Brexit, uncertainty surrounding our political system in the UK, for me, I think it's important that you do it, because if you don't do it, one day you're gonna look back and you're gonna regret it if there is no deal. And perhaps the Prime Minister decide not to respect the rights of the European Union nationals and their family members, you're gonna find yourself in a mess. Now let's go to employment law changes April 2019. Itemized pay slips, i.e. since 6th of April 2019, all employers will need to provide all workers, not just employees, with an itemized pay statement. When we say employers, because there's a difference between a worker and an employee. We've done this on here before. I don't want to go too much into details. Basically, the employee is got more employment rights and more protection than a worker. That's what I would say to that. So whether you are a worker or an employee, you must be provided with itemized pay slip. 2. If the worker's pay varies by reference to time worked, their pay slips must show the total number of hours worked in respect of the variable amount of pay, either as a single aggregate figure or separate figures for the different types of work or different rates of pay that he gets. 2. New statutory rates. The maximum compensatory award for unfair dismissal has increased from 86 has increased to 86,444 from 83,682. Also, for any dismissals which take effect on or after 6th of April 2019, the cap on the compensatory award will be lower of 86,444 or 52 weeks pay. The limit on weeks pay used to calculate certain statutory payments and provisions will raise to 525 from 508. Also, maternity allowance will increase to 146.68 from 8th of April 2019. Increase national minimum wage rate. The national living wage workers aged 25 and over will be 821, or is 821. It should be 821 from 1st of April 2019. So if you are working and you check your pay slip and it doesn't reflect this, go and ask some questions. The standard adult rate for workers will be £7.70, i.e. so that will be the minimum wage, £7.70. We have something called the development rate. That's workers aged between 18 to 20 will be £6.15. The young workers rate, that is 16 and 17, who are not apprentice, will be £4.35. And then the apprentice rate is £3.90. So this is something that we also have to bear in mind. Now the key, the big one, is section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act, Consumer Law. Basically, we have a rule, or we have a section of the Consumer Credit Act of 1974, which makes lenders to be licensed by the Office of Fair Trading. And when you look at section 75 of the Sale of Goods Act, section 75 of Sale of Goods Act, it says a lot that a lot of people may not be aware of. So today I will do the best that I can, hopefully to offer a bit of an explanation to this and the benefits of the Sale of Goods Act 1975. The Sales of Goods Act, section 75. The act is section 75. Let's see what it says. Basically, what it is this: it offers consumers such as you or credit card holders such as myself a protection, and that protection is to make sure that I don't lose out when I use my credit card to purchase goods and services. How does it seek to do this? It does this by making the lender, which in most cases will be your bank, because your bank will give you the credit card, and the seller responsible in an event that the goods that you are buying or the services that you are receiving does not meet the standard that you were expecting or can reasonably be expected. So, for example, you book a flight through an airline company and the airline company goes bust. Should that happen, can you be protected? 2. So you buy a 40 TV set by using your credit card. Can you be protected? Maybe you buy goods online. When you got the goods, it's smashed into pieces. The question is, can you be protected? According to the consumer, according to the Sale of Goods Act, section 75, card holders have a right to be refunded if they make a claim within 6 years. In Scotland, it's 5 years, and the claim is dependent on the bank, not just the company. So it goes on to say that purchases that cost between £100 and £30,000 are covered by section 75. Goods that cost between £100 and £30,000 are covered by section 75. So in this case, you have to make sure that when you are buying goods and services and it costs between £100 to £30,000, it's probably safe to use your credit card to make these purchases. So just in case, in an event that the company go bust, the item is not according to what you were expecting, the item is faulty. Many a times when it's faulty, you try to resolve it with the seller, but where it is not working, you can always go back to your credit card company and ask for refund. And initially they may try to tell you to go back to the company to resolve it, but by law they must what? They must compensate you. So this is how to make the claim. To get money back under section 75, first you need to call the credit card company, that's the provider, the bank, and tell them that you intend to make a claim. The law is very, very clear. Credit card providers and retailers are equally liable for the delivery of goods. So if you use your credit card to make the payment, by all means, you can do what? You can make sure that you go back to them and ask for the payment. But make sure that when you are making the payment, use a credit card to make all the payment. Don't use a credit card to make part payment and money. It causes more confusion. You are not going to get a full refund. So if you want a full refund, you use the credit card to do what? To purchase it. Very, very important. What about if you purchase items from abroad? You can still be protected by Section 75 because the law offers a lot of protection when it comes to days. So I don't want to say too much. Also, time is not on our side. It's gone past 1 o'clock. We will activate the telephone lines very soon for our listeners to call in, and if they have any question about immigration and nationality law, they can also then call in and put their questions to us. Yes, so say embringina and say embringina and say abuakoto anke kanidia nanka dabia nanka insu na eto sasoso na abua futukuko nini eka onososo enkwadia nanka ewia na ebo ewo emre bia so na emre nyina soso enye de ense your time nti ene yewia bie amatrofo na to activate the telephone lines if you have any question. Also ubetimi afre na wabusa if you have any contribution also ubetimi afre na do contribution aba and ensem na ye kind no is all about the possible amnesty that the prime minister some time ago indicated. Now this week yebusa no or say the government will think about it or the government will look into it. What that means I do not know, but we all wait to see. Membo media afutu mbema amanfo ne say sebio say OBB and as opportunity be ewo ho emawa do not go and count on amnesty, because if you do, unfortunately it might never come true. So until AMF2 yehofo number yedi jumano 0203 0028482 say question bia ubetimi idea afre ebusa MRP ayayenya a lot of text messages and WhatsApp and messenger questions through Facebook yebesrepi say ye show no na say ofre na say o send text ne ba yebetimi idea answer amount na mum ye pon show no na say o send this request ana a very very difficult to answer them. And yes, ebia a deliberate. Sometimes the time is simply not there to be able to do that. Into your bahanma, this is the time I dedicate to answer questions. Into your free hanma ana a dinkakra. I say we spend more time being as I answer questions. Into say question be episode busa o sending it through messenger. Na say one TNK. Sisi a yɛwɔ live we also oyɛ deɛ ubetimi idea afre ede o question idea aba na ene yɛkɔ Milton Keynes. I'm say papa cross send me question many boss na me refi me ho kakra enti wafre deɛ na kyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛfa no na yɛtimi idea yɛtie na no asɛm ɛgya ɔbaba bedru Milton Keynes abrante Milton Keynes hene. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, lawyer.
Good afternoon to you. Na mpacho ebia obi afi no de atoa onim nipa na ogira phone ne so no. Na ye fra was saying he na kase free.
Prince Charles na kase.
Prince Charles from Milton Keynes. Na Prince Charles ene anope.
Anope de boko. Mi chiefo nyina.
Chiefo nyina so eje so.
Yes. Ewie anope de boko. Lawyer, you can find a chair margin where you're from me and pay you. If you tell me who stay, may bend this infinite. Now, I was in something may for indefinite. Now, the one you can tell me say, acquire some of October. And I want some name so
what time you finish?
Now years so no. Me start again. Me wale 7 years in. 2012 na me wale 7 years. In the beginning who say in this case no. Men chairman ko pim and ya ansana masome and na say let me ask something because me while my brother 7 years, my brother 5 years. Before me fan 2 months, let me just 2 months sign December na ba na say me December man say me visa no time no is that ending. The toss game from me yam. The company lose on contract. Mumbai lose no next month 18th.
Right.
Now, by yes, we pay to different companies. So they are money.
To pay. Yeah.
Now, many letters, employment letter, and free and fan say ebe take over because ebe take over and be okay. In the beer, in no time am in no. Ne beer, me no money adwuma 6 months. In this case no, me advice when I my family.
Say in this case, our application and say we a family member of European Union national. And in that case, you don't need to prove any financial requirement or evidence say umpono sebi oye ejuma. And it matters not. But for your own record, but for the purposes of the application, it is necessary. Who pay sleeper fine, HS with chrome one. Who P60s are fine, HS with chrome one. The burden is a bani boom na ever say oye ejuma. And Tiwa ye beman 1 year juma crana and found or banny the SO ye juma continuously. However, under the new scheme, Oma toning it down say I was a motine krumwa. So entino who evidence just a multi krumwa for 5 years, sir. Make us say me the mind view ne say make us say application is here. Why am I saying this? Ubeka say, hey, it's a lawyer no penisi can tend him to see this here. Yes, true, me penisi can tend him. But legally no ebeboa. In the sense say one. Yemfa ne say one ye ho hwe o say o twen am December ba and send no application akọ fine. 31st of October, we come out of the European Union without a deal. Prime Minister say the right of European nationals, I will not guarantee it. I don't care about them. And one change your visa na manage settlement scheme visa no. Afi now your right to stay in this country becomes questionable. And I will suggest to you, say, I will advise to you, say, Sanka ebeya would your application, you know, before 31st of October, no. In a worst case scenario, Home Office ebema pre-settlement scheme visa valid for 5 years. December next one or 5 years naso ubetimi sadi akobim akwaje settlement scheme visa, which is permanent residency. So in an event of no deal, your right to stay here is protected by virtue of submitting early application to get the pre-settlement scheme visa. If we come out with deal or no deal, come December, you can still apply for settlement scheme visa. That will ensure, say, your right to stay in this country is protected. Mpacho, what's the answer, Nasi? I'm so we said 2 questions. My answer in you. Okay, very good. Very good. Yeah, that's CP. NT, yeah, MK4 Nina. Okay, that's it. And Yanko Canada. Hello, Canada boy. Oh, them. That's right. Say Yako Canada.
That could have been so be no do my power with you.
Sir.
Fire like what you put in fire like with you. What would you want to one out problem? Because if you would hear all class that and so quite the first or better now would be a problem. We need cat for a wow, one years of the first of the young cat. So far as just the loss of the who there. That's all I'm good in cat and there's a 1 hour 2. Now 1 hour pay. So make us be like that when you do my power and the wood year, Michelle. Me mo bi na kana me pese na ka me busa Canada boy mo on the lupa me busa nteto se be ya Robans words ya be na ya de kan me pese me busa ne se si ya o se o be ti o mo ho afri yi mu ma ho se Boris Johnson na ba se si idea o de do se kan ne ke ti ado be ti o mo ho na se o mo ti o mo ho o mo a e wo mu no a o mo niama afa se bi o se ni awale fo ko ma ya wale ni ati bi ma wale o niama ko tipi o no na no so no e ma ben e de beti ana se o mo so wo mu dada e ti o mu ma ti se so o mu EU citizenship yi bi no so ka ho we a different form me fa se bi a wo wa ha na bi a wo 5 years ana se ya ma wo hankata na nya akoko na no better move from was EU citizenship one find there you know what happen. That's how you won't need beer and also I know you know so automatic mono against so on the debaba.
Yes, basically a very, very good question. The woman said, yes, ye free you. Say yenye free mo de abane kan say yenye free ma the right of EEC nationals and their family members at the moment it is not guaranteed unless they apply for the settlement scheme or pre-settlement scheme. Theresa May did promise as a right in there it will be guaranteed. But at the same time, I know say introduce you the settlement scheme and the pre-settlement scheme. Now, pre-settlement scheme visa, no, it has been integrated into the immigration rules. My friend, appendix issue of the immigration rules. So that means under British law, no, say who apply for settlement scheme and as a pre-settlement scheme under British law, no, it is recognized. And you know, say you free mumpo without a dealer under British law, no, your right is protected. Now, emom say one apply BDR. Now say you free man. Nobody knows what is going to happen. And it makes sense to say amount for bed ebe apply. And you know, basically, no, that is how it is. Because whilst he say the right is cannot be guaranteed, no. Because if my man gonna say you kwako ye deal with European Union was here to me pushy hard. Near catch almost say Oman guarantee the right of British citizens living in other EU countries. Yes, so yes, so you guarantee almost citizens, no, almost right. And in this case, say we are European Union, now say we apply for British settlement scheme. That right, is protected because it's under British law, and it makes sense. As it would be apply be. And remember the so per month on the we can say apply. See a free over to the UK government at court because you free the Convention on Treaties and on Article 70. It can be say unya certain rights under a treaty. Not a treaty nimpo ye kema sa right it's still it is still there, it's still valid, it's still can be relied upon. But the question we have when they say sa hawa obeside akwa court akwa fight in order to get your right protected, is it worth it? I think say it's probably better say obey this application when you assume rather than say you be catch say your right is not protected. Nothing at Babeko court, aqua fighting, aqua your right. It costs money, it's not joke, it's stressful. I don't see the relevance. And in a simple and short, my amount for your way now almost so any day, any application, Oh yes, so about justice and law, I better need tell amount, not a assume abra unubusian for you. I hope some answer a question.
Me pacho with one and tapa any two one and 15 moon wire. So the question be me power you. A 2.5 for you. First name be 2.5 years national for renewal. Say I justice and law with the bar now I will talk to mama and say, oh, if you are there, our fellows are above brother Genoa. But I said the matter says this one with an attempt to see more. Now what happened interview and time will renew one me pacho so it's saying.
Any interview, ana a very good passer or de sadi we so abba. Na ma gina kwa kusi adibia na mpesa meka ho asem menti mi anka. But I remember my meka. The omni home office for change your policy. Say from 1st of August. Only so many changes abba in relation to their procedure. Say oye application a kwanya befa so aye bibia. Na the award say one, say your application now, you do the application online. Now, all your application online via, you will then have to go to a center. Normally, it's attached to the home office buildings. Their job is to do a fingerprint. And the Oko fingerprint now, all that they are interested in is your passport and a copy of the biometric letter. And I said biometric paper no barcode be edaso. Into the car na omashe so ID abo wonsano. That's it. And wonsano we are you go about your business. Now one thing I make answer say oniama o documents are the best support to application These days you have to scan it. You have to go to UK Border Agency and as a company be from UKVAS. You need to go to their website. It will direct you to their website, and all your supporting documents, you have to download it and arrange it in a certain format and send it to them that way. And at some point, if they are happy with the documents if they are doubting the genuineness of the documents, they will ask you to bring the original documentation to a specific address. And say from 1st of August, all entry clearance application for settlement, you have to do the same thing. You have to scan your own documents, or you will have to go to a document hub. Scan or documents, under the UK Border Agency. Now I can see confusion coming because baby is almost scanning. When I saw some more directions, say ABS, for example, passport. When I saw say scan page 2, scan page 5, scan page 10 because it's got visa entries. And a best support to application. And too many instructions. Not say one can scanning technically Home Office may refuse your application on the basis he say ebi also call Ghana on the 10th of December 2018 ekware obano, but there is no evidence that say oko Ghana ekware obano at that time. The only thing that you have is the marriage certificate. Where is the entry stamps in your passport? Me was say your photo na a beer center no ana oman scanning. Sentence we can say oman scanning because who the applicant no and I say who you the sponsor no one can't say oman scanning sa page no. About for so many confusion, justice and law in Pemanson, yet the giga say documents no you best scan the idea in their mom because if there is any blamer, we will take the blame. If there is any reward, so we will take the reward because all the command third party no kuye mistaker, na lawyer no and no client. Ejuma ye nyina no na ayekwa. Until justice and law ye dem back no ye number one, no doubt.
Good. Let them.
Until
That's what the
sanity and no more justice and law no. Don't worry, we will take the burden for you and we will make sure say any application that you do, we guide you through the process until it comes to its natural and successful end. And a Home Office so no they make any obi ohonoma ABS Home Office sabio yes say entintanwuro etwa woto a yewiri entreja sanity entino se wunim se wo kɔ hɔ uni obi ota wachi a na se wo kɔ na sem kɔto na kɔ felo yada kɔ na wanya na me so me ndi matem. Oh yes, because you see American and any show a character being cancel obi be hu me 6 years ago me an application man we edu extension also on farmer or the akɔ baabi or the akɔ be akɔ review application no be 1 year ni en kan kyerɛ no ene won na mo an application da Home Office yakɔkye no yakɔkye ne dia mo felo yada akɔ na fi said edin me kwa ne se Debbie, esa de nya fe. Etu de edin de a, ye se na ada akɔ na me ye. Etu de afo de se de kɔ baabi. Enti they say, sure me ye nyina no. My mind is two places. On one hand, I want to help him. On the other hand, people are also expecting me to do the show. And what do I do? And I decided, say, if people listening to the show are loyal to me, I have to be loyal to them. It's me nya my friend, no me nya ho a, it is some de kama dwendwene ho. Enti sanity enti no Mr. Mupi yesi sebio komfo boni a watena yarefo ho ama komfo papa beto no yenye na bro wati enti no if you are loyalty it come for something because I was very very disturbed. I feel for him, but at the same time if people are loyal to me and every Saturday they are listening to me, why should I let them down? It's not right. Me buy my phone free out the free sa onim pass se bigina radio so but ne ho akire ne de obefre ada na nkofre lawyer ba ko no kwacha lawyer for no edio edin papa say any friend say obi kan e we na koye ewiase mu nsem so
somebody may love you, pretend they hate you.
Aye, when you koye ewiase mu nsem aye sana etie Canada boy kona obi so emra said the penifo kan ye no yesi de ogu na de ogu unkwan so no oni anim na ma wo pe ana meboa okay yanko ayi Wolverhampton yankofa Mr. Edward. Hello. Oja one fire.
Fire
dem baby.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Mr.
Nancy measurement to me I'm sure show no.
Oh, and yes, and
maybe I'm half fresh. Last week na meet Mr. Pharmacy a comment been announced a month for Ebekasi were two no do but you see adepa and a tone and yanya yabe huno yena yedi wa dance ye so ne huna wudi wa dance nti ya ba social no yena ye free e can the kind of services are yenya
that's right.
Minim in a firm by the time you finish dealing with them no they know you by your first name. Because offer a crown now bolding they know you because they form this relationship with you.
That's right.
It shows how good the services they are giving. So, we say me free, me land me, but okay, say yes.
That's right.
So that's a good service right there. So now Mr. Humazik Eka say the web application now you be refusing or be to tika was say na ma. He said it because he knows the work you do. So he knows the work justice and law solicitors do. So me say me buy me plans am dey buy application and come buy no. What you must say me na ka say o. The near o kan na kwase say. Say yes and na me dey buy. So and I was say no hold on. O can say. Other than fan. At the end of the day, you know, it's a me more than £3,000 per in application fees and NHS charges in the animal. So and it say amount for free na amu can say it's here for who say yeah so no you're afraid one day say na last time me a statement be me say me case ne e could do court na when judge Nankanta a statement or say the respondent's bundle of documents in respect of no bobo and respondent's name say you receive home office and or say the appellant provided a substantial bundle of documents. So word near substantial. Justice and lawyer provided substantial. Just say there's nowhere you go and you get such a service like that. So a judge na can the case reference number you can read what the judge written and then American judge or immigration judge and any justice and law and I can see your friend as here kasa near him the so another thing to say this week I may kind of baby I must say who apply for pre-settlement not say in a couple of months later no who try say who apply for settlement there's a problem with the website which home office have now come out to accept and I mean say what who be here because a Portuguese guy was there was here I can bear 3 months or apply for pre-settlement just to like put his mind at rest. And the time no soon you apply for settlement now or after what that there's a problem with their websites, so they are trying to sort it out.
Yes, I mean they have a lot of initial problems and there's no doubt about that. But as time goes by, it looks to me say they are improving. And we need to give them the credit because any new system, it's got its own tedious problems from the beginning. And therefore, yes, you tend to have these sort of issues. But what I would say to your friend, they say Portuguese guy, say first time when you see a passport or apply for permanent scheme, or you see the ID card and find it, obey okay. Why?
Okay.
So that's the trick. Okay. That was CP because there is a recognition problem with the system, and sometimes you come across these problems. But they are really doing well, and they are improving the system.
It should work out.
That's right.
Many boss and I'm zero with it.
Just in case, it's very good. To share is to care. Said you'll be suited, have the same problems. You have solved the person's problem, and see that's how it is. Yeah, that's CP, Mr. Edward from Wolverhampton. Yeah, the CP. Yeah, Chebu's your phone. Yanko, or my hene Kwabena Frimpong. Kwabena Ofurienko. I think come here. I face as a brother. She say baby, the cool.
Yo, me na o chukoba na je say me me ma official pa because anya depend na enya me sa obi o na ya ka say na o chubeshi na the hospital obi su kura ya ntine nka bio enti say nya me mo na o chukoba na je say dia sidama no positive you mo official pa ni bi
ojo so far
yo say when they monitor everywhere do granting Canada kwa kama maso kura na say brother na okasa first no na oka bibi say say ne ma no be wu December etin kananka on twen na say bibi say na obi say anwa asem no eno nti kana be say minia obi a obi a enemy say Edward o say wan ka say wadan fo no so on so nkra me dey ma so akoma won so pama say ni pa no say so see a system no. Oh yeah, Oscar Enko, whatever. For the bell lawyer, I know Jumano. I didn't say, what on ya, 20 times. Our experience, you know. Now I'm a call to me, John, really say, papa, Jim, papa, no. So that, now Jumano, for Bimu, on the don't be honest, the other one will tell you. So, initially, no problem was to say, yeah, okay. But the would be when you go on now, now that's it, Javaco. Time is quite echo. And wouldn't Banka, Opama, Nakra, no on your mama, no on your free. Now, Master young packers in his head. And then mother of Mutia radio. Say, I come follow another one of us, you know, I'm more busy Gabio. Now, I'm one day why, yes, I'm a young woman, I don't know what I say. Maybe to me, I make a maybe you'll be a me, I dare my new your partner, who are only back one with me. Now, Miss my idea, and Yamina in my Master. Tama Teresa young Frisolo. Maybe the family look away and Omugo indefinite. Why I got to say, my one yes, say, because they say no, I'm not in my for a bar, I may change this one. This is a more to see Aquana. I chap Bosumi, I was almost unable to. And Jabanko Munya, Gana need be any pocket lawyers in the walk on wa, or Bejama about what do Jacob I did more. What are the walk? I bet you. Because we did 2000, Johnny, I did for crowd on your task, and I only 500 because we saw we are for it. So 2000, all my van coca, but man, I need to get Otominia, we are move some thumbs gun on call, one chain. Now, young training, I can make some meal. And no one telling the sea from telling the sea from around, but you guys say, oh, be a nothing quite idea because one moment, I don't know, I need to say, you know, never. And the Munka, now one yet. Settlement scheme na Ebano, one year as a member. Where I cut us and you must be a girl now, we have one better with Yanson. And the move there or your beer, and then in Michigan. No one or come up. This have been all kind of mouth beyond West time, Mr. Miniano. Well, more upon your beer, say passport now with my settlement visa, with my Gio, Mr. Bomodino 2 and Monaco. Kaka be tiama ozo agia ozo be tiama le builder obe ya dwuma no no nyama na wo nya oso mi na no so ye nya ye nya busia ba ko dan so de be kwa ho ave town be so business ablante ya ono de ko hwe ahu wo konzo ba bi na be wa ko di ba bi enye obi a ya no ni no aya mo begin ama bi ya yo kama na wo ni hu ya si ya o oni de ka wori ona na so nyefe ndu de ko ma di obejo fufufu ana akura bu ka sima fe na asa befre oh ni ma ya ma ya si de too much ni ma bu ana ka simple thing na ya ma na de ndi bi sra mo bu ya fo wo de mi so da mi say yam lo ya oni majuma no wa bin and wo awon problem ya fa ko wo de ko ni ko traffic kan wa sem kire no sometimes on phone so no anya sem na obet ma chechiro mu ko tin pese aba chiro ni mani so ye wa utumi duwe ba no wa ko fie wa ko to nyama ko lo ni mu mo yin kata owo nyina na dia ba papa ka bo ma no zo wo ko me da wa se ya mi gamo
e da CP afi yemfa Mr. Boachi 7224 hello Pacho yanko Mr. Boachi okay
we need me anything
ai yenya ni tew osofo aba
ba kono ye ni tew but wan se da nya ni tew
Mr. Brachi the controversial.
Na me so na me mfre but papa na oba na no so worry 2012 no. Na em say the visa nya nwuye no ba no hwe ni indefinite no.
Yeah, that's right.
Nti ye nyina ye be hye ni nkuna se bebi wo bia no. Eso ye ntem. Bisa me de ye ma me 5 years no 2016. 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then come indefinite beso. Now so nam say na me woni situation ni mu ne bi ntina because mo 2013 visa no mo na me twen ho ansa na de ma me. Nti me be hu David and David kire me say se me nya proof address kire say me no ba na tena since aye wale ye na e di 5 years me visa no enso indefinite me 5 years ni mu ye ko indefinite no metimi aye it will be asa proof address ni nyina ne marriage certificate ene ni bibia kese me no ba na tena for 5 years no e be hu papa no ye de ko tumbo so me pepe ena ye de ade ne ye dai e ya afebo enti onno de no say o ya che because me kura me wale 2013 is him kutama football be 1 year.
That's right.
Ono so de ne ye say 12 tina football no wa chakwara nti
aswambro so
wonye ntem aswambro so
yes
abene kura ase to wonye ntem na say on famra na
yen sorting out
man em say contribution kakra meet me account me ye ya no
yeah that was CP
me kan no
we dey say crofobri are in this situation also what can be encourage you because sometimes we alone na can
yeah na some what can we say e bia matia
yeah we dey go no and I say we see get
yeah
but
we pro can yeah
tia da was a pa
obi on tia se bia so no what me number man na on frame na me teach ni mo
yeah that was CP
yeah do be here
okay afi yen fire last call and yen fire jumadi na emra na wie 5024 hello
lawyer Michelle.
Hey, Nana Belandi.
I'm something here too. So.
Nana Joseph.
With the Holland, Bama for United, I was at Symposia for. Omukan friend so waba na anopanem say problem kakraba. Jomuti eno mukachem say a problem about machine malam see like the chimko on and say wabaso. Omukra ni nyane mi tia positive there all kano ale paneton
that's right
enipa we no obi nkamfo obi se o pebibi there wo hunu ana wo ka uni obedi se jaware madam fupa me de ba wo waba wo be na o twi make wo o ba wo say enipa no ye o na so the lumbo na say quality you know when you say that or you like dey and the palette all
that's right
so enti we kano ye nim de warrior ye ni obi nwa dance because people pia wadawoma positive wadawoma odi anima odi ba obi anima wabodi money enti ye no kala yen say adadio tra radio enti enfre enye mi say ni power ni kakasa ba ko die mi se me media ko ye what education everything there by e ko ni every for the trend onu nye usika no ope eye wa sisna na wa hotonti ela onu so nya video tia ni danka ni nyina no ade enye wa djuma no enkoji say ebu ho adwuma no woni mu hwe koi yewo doctor for a yewo pharmacy yewo o kai say na also konto awe also a onye pharmacy no wa di adwuma no wa tell no McDonald's lawyers eti se wa call lawyer papa ho na ko tell McDonald's na ana KFC ene anwa eko mu a na nye lawyer da ku na yo because ya can't just ya one day any chicken no na so nko na over use sawa ama ho ato wo no na nko use sawa no bia ene ni bi na aye the lawyer ye do wasi be nyami nchi a no mo abutre akwara so ye so wa mo di ko twitwa no Najino. Na Ubanya.
Humeti.
Ubanya.
We will do the best that we can. Because enemy booms because you cannot concentrate on the show. And a phone calls. Phone will be a fresh. What can you do? We will do the best that we can, hopefully, to get him out. Yes, say, yes, now, Quasi Hene, not say, I'm Fred Abua Peta, not just a Yana Mamre Quanso. And when you're afraid, idea, not just a Queen Biasono, I was say, best, with me, Kajano. It must remove, say, oh, friend, and then as when your media, not just say, Maswayashi, meaning I'm a baby cry. I say, a could fight, it's me a fight, a boy, Yadamasipi. Eti yese obana se wan kwa oju ani so Christ the Livingstone for so time so di Nyankopon asem ebre. Eti don't touch the dial, don't go anywhere. Ye kwa basisi ya.
Highly spiritual.
Esiene kajanya seda. A refre woni pa ho. Enso da me paya ne se. Mi remfi papa wa ya me. Esiene kajanya sedo.